The Supreme Court, sitting as the Presidential Electoral Tribunal or PET, has decided to release to the parties the report on the revision and appreciation of ballots in the 3 pilot provinces chosen by Protestant Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. on his electoral protest. The tribunal required the parties of Vice President Leni Robredo and Marcos to submit a memoranda on issues with connection to the jurisdiction and other matters relating to the annulment of election results for Vice President, the third cause of action within 20 days upon receipt of notice.
In this case, PET case number 005, the tribunal has decided to release to the parties the report on the revision and appreciation of ballots in the 3 pilot provinces and for them to comment thereon.
Supporters of Vice President Leni Robredo and Vice Presidential candidate and former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. gathered outside the Supreme Court waiting for the court's decision on the electoral protest filed by Marcos.
At inirerespeto rin po namin yung naging halalan noong 2016 elections. Ito na po yung naging resulta. Pinal na po ito. Si Vice President Leni Robredo na po ang naihalal at naiproklama. Pero meron pa pong nagpaprotesta. Kaya ito po yung pagpanig namin kay Vice President at sa sambayan ng Pilipinong bumoto sa kanya.
Nakakadismaya na pinatatagal pa nila. Inaasahan natin na tapusin na ito dahil maliwanag naman na nanalo si VP Leni Robredo.
Sa tingin ko, hindi naman mga bobo ang nandyan sa Supreme Court. Unang-una po, nakarating ko ang mga maestrado na yan. At sa tingin ko po, kanila po talagang madesisyonan ng maigi at mabuti na ang protesta ni Bongbong Marcos makita talaga na maituloy yun para maipakita sa sambayan ng Pilipino kung ano talaga nangyari nung resulta noong 2016 sa pagka-vice presidente.
Bakit si Bongbong? Siya naman talaga ang binoto ng sambayan ng Pilipino at alam yan ng buong sambayan ng Pilipino. Dapat magising na tayong lahat sa katotohanan. At alam natin na meron tayong Pangulo na masyadong, yung makabayan. Kaya alam din ng ating presidente yan, Duterte, na talagang nanalo ang aming pinakamamahal na si Bongbong Marcos.
Marcos has earlier filed an electoral protest against Robredo. The PET allowed Marcos to choose 3 pilot provinces wherein there are alleged irregularities. Marcos chose Camarines Sur, Negros Oriental, and Iloilo. After the recount of ballots, Robredo gained 15,000 votes. Based on PET's 2010 rules, specifically Rule 65, Marcos's failure to recovery shall lead to the dismissal of the protest. However, there were reports that in December 2018, Marcos asked the tribunal to conduct a technical examination of thumb marks and signatures in the May 2016 election day computerized voters list in Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, and Basilan. Robredo's camp calls on PET on Monday to abide by its rules. Robredo's legal counsel Romulo Macalintal earlier shared PET's deviation of its rules and jurisprudence would be a violation of Robredo's right to due process and equal protection.
For the PET to deviate from Rule 65 is a violation of Robredo's right to due process and equal protection of the law. And it would even violate the constitutional mandate that all bona fide candidates should be free from any form of discrimination.
Justices Antonio Carpio and Alfredo Benjamin Caguiwa dissented from the ruling on the release of the report. For One Media Network, this is Denisa Fernandez.